Prosper is a person-to-person lending marketplace, so we are aiming actually to be an eBay for money and loans. We allow borrowers, so anybody, to make a loan listing on Prosper, much like they would make a listing on eBay. And then we allow any American with $50 or more to bid on that loan. So Prosper handles all the ID verifications. We handle all the collections, the payments, all the hard stuff. But it's the marketplace of people that sets the interest rates and decides who gets credit. Prosper is by far the largest person-to-person lender in the market. We have about 430,000 members. Our members have lent about $91 million to each other in a little over the first year. We also have a very, very large community, active community that gives us a ton of feedback. We also have a ton of data that we pump to the marketplace in real time so people can make good lending decisions. What I'm going to show you today are a couple of new features that will be coming out on Prosper in about 2 weeks. And these are based directly on the feedback that we get from our community and from just the mountain of data that we've accumulated since we've launched. And I think what you'll see is these features are really going to make Prosper much more predictable, easier to use, and fundamentally more powerful. So let's go ahead and we'll start off on the website. And what we're going to do is we're going to select a loan listing that's put up by a borrower. This is a listing maybe I think is a good loan. So I can see it has $22,000, 14.75% interest rate, looks pretty good. It's a B credit. If I scroll down a little bit, I can see the credit details, looks pretty clean. I can see that this borrower actually, this is an actual listing, has had a loan with Prosper before for $10,000 and has made 11 payments on time. So we have sort of a mini credit history through Prosper already, given our data. I can also see the description. I like the description of what he's talking about here. And I can also see that this borrower has an endorsement from a friend who's also made a bid on that loan. That's nice because that sounds like some social shame that's going on there, so the social capital, which is very important. So great, I like this loan. I want to go ahead and bid on it. The obvious question is, how risky are loans just like this one, so I can determine what I should bid and what my return on investment is going to be. So this is where the new feature comes in. If I click on bid, what I can see now is some new data. Again, this is coming out in about 2 weeks. Then instead of just popping sort of, here's some averages from the credit bureaus on defaults, or here's what some credit analyst thinks is likely to happen, we're providing the actual data from the Prosper marketplace for all the loans that we have placed over that 91 million. And here we can see loans like this one, for this credit slice, have a likelihood of about 2.25% of default. That allows me then to figure out what to bid. So we have another nice tool that's coming out, help me decide what to bid on this loan. That can be driven by, for example, my return that I want to make. I want to make a 9% return, for example. I'll go ahead and put that in. I'll go ahead and use this rate, 12.33%. That will then drive, given this default rate and our fees, a 9% ROI. Great. Let me go ahead and get that. I'll go ahead and make the bid. I'll confirm it. And looks like I'm in. Let me show you an example of a listing using this new feature and data where maybe I wouldn't want to bid. So here's a loan listing. It's a recent graduate. I like that story. I like helping out students. But that 13.5%, I'm not sure if that's really the right rate. Let me go ahead and click on the bid page again. And here I can see, based on the Prosper marketplace, the experience to date, loans like this have a 10% default rate anticipated. So even if I bid the maximum rate that this borrower is offering, 13.5%, that's only going to drive an ROI of about 1%. Obviously, that's not good if that's my primary objective. And in fact, if I click continue, we're going to warn you that, hey, look, you can make 4 and maybe 4.8% in an ING account. This is not such a good deal. So we would recommend, if you're looking for ROI, probably this is something you're interested in. However, if this was maybe a friend, a family member, or if there was other things going on that implied strong social capital, like you were in a strong group, we allow groups, or you had other friends that were endorsing you and bidding on you, maybe I'd still want to bid on this, or if I just wanted to help out students. In this case, I'm not interested, I'm going to move on. Okay, let me show you another great feature that we have coming out that's going to make the marketplace simpler to use and I think more powerful. So a lot of our users say, hey, I like manual bidding, what I just showed you. I like evaluating people one by one. It's sort of like online dating and stock trading all rolled up into one. But others come to the site and they say, hey, look, I've got $10,000 help me construct a portfolio where I have a predictable return. So that's why we created something called portfolio plans. This is a very, very simple and powerful way for you to accumulate portfolios of loans with a predictable return based on all that data that we have that I just showed you. We're starting out with 4 portfolio plans. And let me show you how these work. People who know Prosper know we have something called standing orders, which are an automated bidding tool. This takes standing orders to the next level of power. So if I click on the details of that balanced plan, for example, I can see this is actually constructed from 4 individual standing orders. And each one of those is a credit slice that's low risk, driving a good return. And each one has been based, again, on the actual data in our marketplace. Very complicated to set this up. We have the tools on the site already. We have in the past. This allows you to get all that power in one click. So I'm going to go ahead and take that balanced plan. I'm going to put $10,000 to work. Prosper is going to recommend then that, hey, you know what? You should have a diversification in this plan of about 100. That'll spread your money around. That means I'll be bidding about $100 per loan that I find that matches this plan criteria. I'll go ahead and put that to work. And this now is going to be bidding about an average of 14.6% with a predictable default rate, giving me about a 10.6% with a sort of low risk. Now, an extension of this, which will be coming out several weeks after this feature, but here's where we're going with this, is that not only will Prosper be presenting some, kind of very logical plans based on our marketplace, but we're also going to allow the community to construct their own plans. So any user could create and publish a portfolio plan, and then any other user could grab that plan and really subscribe to it and make it their own. So for example, if I was to review some community plans, I see a plan here for computer programmers. I might say, great, I love programmers. I'll go ahead and grab that, and there I am. So it's a great way of extending the power of the community and the collective thinking to get great lending decisions. Thank you very much.